Hey there, crafty friends. Happy Thursday. It's Hannah at the Doodlebug in Jasper, Indiana, and let's see if we can stay connected on today's live. So yesterday on the live, great apologies. At the end, it just completely cut us off. It would not let me reconnect. I could post that I couldn't reconnect, but that's all that I could do. And last night, I did notice a couple other stores that are friends of mine that I also follow their pages. They posted that their connection dropped and they could not get back on Facebook Live. So I don't know if Facebook was having issues. I just thought maybe it was around here. But we still had Wi-Fi, so I had no idea what was going on. But anyway, so sorry that our time together was cut short yesterday. Had some things left on the tables to show you guys. So we're going to finish up Spellbinders today. We're going to check out the new 49 and Market ink colors. I think all of those are left on tables. We might have sold through a couple overnight, but I think I can dig out of somebody's bucket to show you the colors. We've got a Barely Arts glue order I didn't get to show you yesterday. And then also, we're going to shop out of the box because Linda, we didn't get anything checked in today. When Linda is not here, things I don't know. It's just not quite the same. The wheels just don't turn quite the same. But we have been working hard today, getting the order from yesterday pulled. Melanie has gotten pictures shot of it, and she's working on putting everything away right now so we can do it all again tomorrow. And we were pretty busy today too. We were pretty steady in the store, which that is always good. So for those of you that were just tired of being stuck at home and you hit the roads and came in to see us today, thank you so much. We do greatly appreciate that. So I'm going to flip the camera around, and I think we're just going to start with Barely Arts. That's what I've got on the end of the table. So we're going to start there. Oh, and actually I just looked at my battery. I'm going to grab my charger. You would think I would do this every single time before I come on, but I get so excited about coming on. Actually, I was just talking with one of you on Messenger, and then as I was getting ready to message back, I realized what time it was. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to jump on and get on my live. Okay, so let me push charge on this little guy so I can see the little light go. Haha, there we are. We're in business. Because then I thought yesterday, well, maybe my battery went dead. Nope, it was just Facebook. All right, so like I've talked about before, you really got to watch with adhesive in the winter, getting cold. I know a lot of times in the winter, that's when a lot of retreats happen though too, just because people get really busy in the summer. Sometimes it's just harder for someone who puts on retreats to be able to rent a room at a decent price, because those rooms go really expensive in the summer, because that's when a lot of people get married and they are getting top dollar for those banquet rooms for weddings. And they don't want to help the gal who's planning the crops out. So a lot of crops happen in the winter, and that means you may be packing up a bag, putting it in the car, going to work, and then driving straight there after work. Glue is one of those things that does not like the cold. Most glues, if they freeze, when they thaw, they're just still a big marshmallow. And I have dreams about opening boxes of adhesive and they're all marshmallows. I really do. Just because I'm so worried about that when I'm placing orders in the winter, that my stuff's going to come in frozen. Well, Barely Art Glue is one of those glues. You do not have to worry about that. Now, if you have not used their stuff before, oh, you love my vest. Thank you. My sister got me this vest for Christmas. It's a little poofy. It's very warm. So I keep having mild hot flashes today, but then I'll be okay. And then I get really, really hot. And I'm like, whew, okay. Then I step outside real quick and cool off and freeze, and I come right back in. So if you have not tried Barely Art Glue, they do a starter bundle. In that starter bundle, you're going to get a nice big bottle of refill. And that's what we've got here. So we've got refills in stock if you need more glue. There's Linda. She has like a bottle or two in her stash, and then she got one in her stocking. So she was laughing that she may never need glue ever again. Also in that bundle, you're going to get, I can't remember if you get a 4-ounce or a 2-ounce bottle in your starter bundle. Okay, but you do get an actual bottle of glue. We restocked our 4-ounce bottles and our 2-ounce bottles. And then you also get a set of tips as well too in there. So that's kind of what you're going to get in your starter bundle. Other things that we restocked their pins. So pins are in. Yep, that's her. Yep. That is her. I did have her up on the screen too. Yeah, I did, but I may have closed it. So we've got pins, and then we've also got these great little tip sets. So if you just need a new, let me go over here. If you need a new cap for your glue bottle, a lot of glue bottles do have universal caps to them. We got in the Barely Art tip caps, and then we also got in the different fine point tips that you can put on them. So we've got tip kits and then tip caps. We've also got the pin kits as well. And then I'm just re-showing our little funnels. And if you saw our Facebook post earlier today, there is one little gray girl. I'm not going to mention any names, but she loves these funnels, and we find them all over the place, sadly. So when you order them, we have started putting a little note by your name with a quantity, and that way we know how many funnels were supposed to be in your pile, and then your pile goes into a bucket, and then your bucket goes to shipping. But sometimes your buckets sit out overnight like this. And then sometimes someone can reach into your bucket and apparently get your funnel out, and then you don't get it in your box. She's such a turd. So we do have the little funnels as well. So you need, so when I say so, I am looking at Tanya's, and she asked if those fine point tips work for the Nuvo glue. I'm going to open up one of these boxes and kind of show you the size of the bottle. In most bottling industries, and I know that sounds weird, usually from what I have learned just kind of in other jobs and other past lives, I guess you would say, a lot of times they use a standard top on all bottles this size, and then the threading matches with those. So ideally you should be able to put these on different bottles. The Nuvo ones though, I'm thinking they are much smaller than this, and I don't have one in right now to say you can put it on your Nuvo, but I will try to bring my Nuvo in. Oh, hold on, do we have a Nuvo over here on the shelf? We used to. We do. Yeah, see, like, look at all these. They're like all universal tops, and then you've got Nuvo, who just has to be the problem child and do their own thing. But all of these, it's like a universal top. So you could switch those out if they got all clogged up. Well, like I said, Nuvo does not play by the rules. So Tanya, they won't. Sadly, they won't do that. I wish they would. But this is a great way too, if you've got a universal bottle that you like, and then you can switch them out for those. Fine tips, you've got it. Tips, cap tips, tip pins, you've got it, you've got it. Now, one thing I do have for you though, Tanya, that may help with your Nuvo, and I had one open to show you guys, and then I got in a bunch because I think you guys are going to be very excited about these. Well, I'm just going to have to open it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. So these are rubber stoppers. And I'm on the struggle bus trying to get this open. This little rubber stopper, it is going to work on your Nuvo. Look at this. It is a little rubber stopper that you're going to put on the top of your glue bottle. And then this little guy can wrap around and pop right in, because I know that with those Nuvos, with those little pin tips, as you're sitting there working and you've got your bottle out, you don't constantly want to replace the cap. And because it takes a little bit to put that cap on if your eyesight's not that great, because it's this little bitty pin that goes into the cap. Well, this is going to be great to put on the tip of your bottle, and this is stretchy. Okay, it is stretchy. Oh my gosh, I better not drop that, because you know she's going to have a heyday with this. I better put this away because I'm never going to find this ever again. But this is stretchy, so it will stretch a little bit around different size bottles. And then for other companies that you've got that little pin tip on, you can just quickly pop this on there while you're working, and you're not constantly struggling to put that cap with the pin back in it every single time. Because what happens with me upstairs as I'm crafting and everything, and sometimes I have my big bottle of Nuvo out. You know, I'm not using my glue press. I've got both, but sometimes I just have my big bottle of Nuvo out. Well, if I let it set for, you know, 10, 15 minutes before I use it again, that daggone little tip wants to clog. So this is definitely going to help with this little rubber stopper. And these guys, they're less than $2. I don't think we got, oh yeah, there we go, $1.59. So they're not going to break the bank. I would get a couple of them, stick them on your different bottles that you've got. I better make sure I put this one back away. So rubber stopper, I was really excited to find that in this order this time because I hadn't noticed those on their site before. But I'm like, oh, that's going to help so many of us that are on a struggle bus with those little bitty pins. So there we go. All right, let's see here. Oh, I was thinking something else. I wanted the part of the glue that comes out of, so I could have a Nuvo bottle and one with the Barely Art in it both. Oh, okay. So you need maybe an empty bottle of that you can put into, or you may have an empty bottle. Okay. So, all right, Tanya, maybe message me what you're wanting. That way I can go on and I can answer you then later. All right. Next up, we have got new inks from 49 Market. Look how pretty these are. I'm trying to figure out which one. That's why I kind of stuttered there for a second. Trying to figure out which one we are missing. Who has a good box of those that we haven't shipped out yet? Joanne does, but hers are bagged up. Let me grab Joanne's here. I'm going to grab Joanne's bucket here. Hers is getting ready to go out. Look at that. She's got so much yummy good stuff in there. See if I can figure. I have shown them. So I know one is the really dark brown that they have. And there's one other one. But I thought maybe it was going to be Dress Blues. But there's Dress Blues. Here's Doll Face. Here's Engine number 9. Those are all ones that we have shown you before. So Kim, you just said pink ink. There's actually there's two different pink inks. We've got Pink Lady and Doll Face. Maybe you want both of them. I don't know. But yeah, we've got two different pinks this time. And you know, this one on its own, it looks great. But when I bring it over here, it's got kind of a corally look to it, which I really, really love. But dang, that Doll Face one, that is so, so good. And we haven't seen that dark pink too much in a lot of 49 Market lines. So I'm like, is that maybe a teaser of what could be coming our way? Because I love it. If it is, that makes me excited. All right, so I'm trying to figure out what we are out of on the table here that Joanne's got in her bucket. So, all right, we have got, again, starting over here. So we've got Engine number 9, Doll Face, Early Bird, Pineapple. Isn't that a great color? Shamrock, Dress Blues. There is a new brown called Cold Brew. And then there's one other one. And again, I don't know what we're missing there. Yeah, I can't remember what other color there is. I think there's 15 new colors. Is that right? Or 12? No, because there's 4, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I think they're supposed to be. Heck, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. Let's just keep moving on with colors. Sunrise. Isn't that one pretty? Tranquil Waters. Sangria. That one's so pretty. Key Lime. Then that Pink Lady. Camouflage. It's a great green. Twilight. And Frosty. So again, we're missing something on the table here, because I know there are a few extra colors yet. And I'm trying to look in Joanne's bucket and not take too long. So we've got all of those. So fun. There are, see, I thought there was 15 too. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so I'm just missing one. That's it. We are just missing the one then, that dark brown, that Cold Brew. All right, next up, these are just not brand new. dies from Spellbinders, but as I was looking around for other things, this is how I go down a rabbit hole. You guys will ask about something, so then I start searching for it. And then I see all these great other dies that pop up. Well, check out these stinking cute little dinosaur dies. Look how fun they are. These are absolutely adorable. Now, if you run these through regular and cut them, you're just going to kind of get the shape. But if you run them through again with that rubber mat that you've got that you never know what to do with it, that's what the rubber mat is for. It's going to help to kind of push down into these little crevices, and you're going to see those dots. You can also, keep the die, or keep the paper in the die, flip it over, and use this like a stencil. Okay, so like let's say I did light green. I'm going to keep my light green dinosaur in the die. I'm going to flip the die over. So now I'm going to see the back side, and basically I'm going to see all this color and a little bit of this belly and top little stripes showing. And then I can take one of my blending brushes and take it just to those sections. And then when I take my piece of paper out, I'm going to have color in those places. So that's two different ways that you can use dies like this. Again, cut it out once, run it back through with that little rubber mat that you've got in your stash. You probably bought it 15 years ago. You never use it. You don't know what to do with it. And that's going to actually push the paper down into those little spots, and that's going to give you some texture. It's going to give you some little bumps, little stripes, or you can leave your cutout in the die, flip the die over, and then treat it just like a little stencil. So hopefully that made sense, but that's one way that you can have fun with dies that have all those little bits and pieces cut out for you. Dinosaur die, you've got it, Miss Wendy. Thank you. All right, and we've got a bunch of people asking for one each of all the 49 and Market inks. Thank you so much. We are actually doing a bundle on those, so you will get a little bit of a discount on those. We've got 3 different bundles going. We've got an I Want It All bundle. That's what Joanne's got here. It is $171, which would normally be $199 if you bought them all individually. So saves a nice little chunk. So you can do an I Want It All bundle, and that gets you all the inks and the re-inkers. Then we also have an I Want It All Just Ink bundle and an I Want It All Just Re-Inker bundle. So we've got 3 different I Want It All bundles for the inks. So if you order all the inks, we will automatically give you that I Want It All bundle. Next one we've got here on the table, again, it's another oldie but a goodie. This one's called Kitty Cats. Just 3 cute little cat dies from Spellbinders. Somebody asked, was there a dark blue? Yes, so the dark blue this time is this one right here, Dress Blues. What I'm missing on the table is a real dark brown. That's the one we didn't have on the table. So the real dark one this time is Dress Blues. And here's the other blue, Early Bird. So you can see definitely a nice dark blue there. So that's the dark blue for 49 and Market this time. Great stencil tip. That's why watching you is so great. Oh, you're very welcome. Well, I appreciate you saying that, but it's just fun ways, I love getting more bang for my buck, and it just gives you ways to be creative and things like that. And I tell you guys all the time, we stay busy enough here in the store, and local shoppers, we still have great local shoppers, but our classes don't feel like they used to. So I don't get to give all those tips like I would in a class. So that's why I love doing the lives as well. So I can still kind of teach every day and pass on all that fun little crafty knowledge I've got. You want all the re-inkers. You've got it, Miss Lisa. I know we've got more re-inkers. You don't see them on the table. We had them yesterday, and then they sold overnight. So we'll get more. We've got more re-inkers coming, actually. All right, next up, these are Simon Hurley's. I feel like I've shown these to you before, but I probably got more in just because they are going to be so stinking cute when we start moving on to our Easter cards. So you can buy these individually or get them both and use them together. But this is called Ornate Eggs. It's a great 3D embossing folder. And then you've got the layering stencils that go with it. Now, and you could, like I said, you could use them both on their own. If you're not really into embossing folders, but you love stenciling, so you could use this layered stencil all by itself. You could use the embossing folder all by itself, but they are kind of calibrated to go together. So you've got those. Sue, you want the Dress Blues stamp pad? You've got it. All right, now this we've got right now as a bundle, and I will be, actually, I do think I have to bust these apart. So Spellbinder, so this is the This Is Life Stamp and Die bundle. So you could buy this as a bundle. It is $87.99 when you buy it as a bundle. I planned to pop them open and bust them apart because this was the only way I could get that little dumpster fire. Like, they were sold out of the dumpster fire, but they still had some bundles left. So I bought bundles to get your dumpster fires. But this first one here is called Born to Dink. This is a great one for pickleball. So it's got dies and stamps. Here is the dumpster fire. So dumpster fire is sold out right now. I've tried to get a few more. I don't know if my order will make it through. But dumpster fire, I've been told, is sold out until March, I think. So if you want on the list for dumpster fire, I will definitely put you on the list for it. Think I'm missing camouflage? Nope, I got that one here too. Yep, it's that dark brown, cold brew. That's the one I'm missing on the table, is cold brew, I believe. I think that's the one. Because I think normally we set them up in rows of 5. And that's where I got confused today because my rows weren't complete. So there's supposed to be 15 new inks. So then I'm just missing the one, and it's that real dark brown, that cold brew. All right, so then we got dumpster fire. I love that You're My Favorite Bad Idea. Slightly on fire, but absolutely killing it. Everything's fine if you ignore most of it. Your meltdown is safe with me. Let's skip today and try again tomorrow. Sending warm thoughts, like really warm. If you're going to burn, burn brightly. At least we are in this together. Certified hot mess. I just love it for the certified hot mess. Then we've got another one in here. Ugh. Let's pretend we have our lives together, because adulting is hard. And yet here we are, thriving-ish. There's a lot. So life's a lot. So here's a card. Also spells hug. So these are really cute. So there's that one. And then the other one that's in the bundle is called Favorite Side Effect. It's got those 2 cute little pills. And some of the things say, wish this pill came with a nap. Warning, it may cause eye rolls. Another year, another pill. Now available in barely holding it together strength. So those are fun. You may have, I know we've got, I think I had 2 special orders for them, and they were almost out of these. So I think I've got my dumpster fires covered for this order. So yes, I do believe so. Well, Miss Joanne, better late than never. We really do, Joanne, what you've missed so far is we talked about Barely Art Glue. The hot item with Barely Art Glue, though, was we got in these great little rubber stoppers to go over your pins of not just your Barely Art Glue, but also your Nuvo glue, your Art Glitter glue on that little bitty, top. That way you don't have to constantly keep putting the pin in while you're crafting. Because I know as my eyes get older, it's a little harder for me to line that pin up with that tiny little opening. Next one, I know we've had this one a few times. It's the molded frame embossing folder. It is an A2 size, so that's kind of one of their smaller sizes. These are still on the table just from yesterday. I'm going to walk around here. This is that great Midnight Ombre alphabet set that we got in a week or so ago. And if you missed yesterday's live, I did also show you guys that you can use your alcohol markers and color these different colors. So that way, if you want pink, you could make them pink. And then on the bottom, it's going to be kind of a grayish pink. So that's certainly fun. All right, let's walk around here. Oh, we had more Totally Tiffany on the table. But what we did is since we got another order in, we filled everyone that had requested some the other day and got your orders in your bucket. So what I've got left is we've got a Kimberly. So Kimberly is great for small tools, colored pencils, double tip markers. You can see Kimberly back here. She's got those great little inserts that go in there. So she's got inner boxes. That's why she is great for pencils, because she's got those inner dividers. So this is not one that you would easily be able to store like stamps and dies in, because she's got all these little inner boxes. Okay, let's see here. 2 of those new glue stoppers. You've got it. Glue stopper for you too, Dorothy. You got it. Then we've got Leanne. Leanne is a nice, big, long bag. So Leanne is going to be great for bottles of paint. Let me flip it over so you can see here. You know, and I love how they're just trying to break out into other realms and worlds. And part of this too is I think Tiffany and her husband went like RVing for a year when she kind of retired for a while. So she's looking at travel stuff and things she wished she would have had. So they've got little spices in there, which may be a great idea in a camper. I don't know. I don't have a camper. Shoot, I'm barely home. So we definitely don't get to camp. But you can see nice long tools are in there. Oh, look, they've got paper towels in there even. They've got fabric in that one. But again, this one here is called Leanne. Leanne is nice and long. So your rulers would go in there, things like that. So this is going to be a long bag. One Kimberly for Kimberly. I honestly feel like whether you can use the bag or not, if you have a bag named after you, I think you should buy it. I know last time, you know, there was an Irene bag and we do have an Irene that jumps on and she's like, well, I need an Irene bag just because you never find anything called Irene. I'm like, I think you do. Stephanie bag. Stephanie bags is one of my favorites because this is what I use to hold my inks. So the Stephanie bag holds the longer inks, the oval inks. Chastity bags, those are the ones that are going to hold your square inks. So your Distress Oxide, your Lisa Horton, those are going to be the Chastity bags. Right now, the U.S. distributor is completely out of Chastity bags. I do have another order. I have 2 more orders of Totally Tiffany out. I've got one coming from my Canadian distributor and then another one coming from the U.S. distributor. But the U.S. is out of Chastity bags right now. So if you want to get on the restock list for Chastity bags, let me know and I can do that. And then we got a 12 by 12 file master. Now the file master is different than the little handle it that I showed you the other day. This actually has a little lid on it. So file masters are a safe and sturdy way to organize. A locking tab holds the lid safely closed. The top handle makes them easy to carry. So still has a handle even. No Donna Sue bag, not yet. I'm gonna put in a good word for you though. I mean, I don't know what size that Donna Sue bag is gonna be because that Donna Sue's can do it all. So I'm not for sure. That might be like a 16 by 16 tote or something. I mean, you could put everything from your stickles in it to your scrapbook. I don't know, Donna. I mean, because Donna Sue's can handle anything. So I think she would have to be like a really good bag or something. So the file master, it says here, great for paper, scrapbooking, school supplies, rolls of vinyl, gift bags, home organization. And I wish they had a picture of this one on here because on the site, they do have a really good picture of rolls of vinyl in here, things like that. So storing some of those bigger things on your shelf that like to topple over. This is a great one for that. It is 3 1/4 inches deep. So that kind of gives you an idea how deep your stuff can go in there. So there's the file master. The bag that you need for your square inks, Starla, is the Chastity bag. That's the Chastity one. I think our Chastities either have not been here yet or they already sold through. I can't keep track of what we had in, but Chastity bag is what you need for your square ones. And we might have some coming from our Canada order. I'm not for sure. I think they're not going to taste very good. I'll taste Lisa, you're so funny. All right. What would be good for foil? Oh, let me check on that one. There used to be a really good one, Kim, for foil, but they did not redo all of the bags this time. And I can't remember which bag I liked for foil. So yeah, I've got some stuff I want to print off on them that, you know, kind of has dimensions and stuff. Right now, the ones that we've got in, they're not going to be great for foil, I don't think, unless you would do like Leanne and lay them down in there. But probably you're wanting one where you can stack them up so you can kind of look down and see the colors. So let me see. Let me check on that for you. I do think I've got a pretty good size order coming in from our Canadian distributor. So hopefully we can find you one in there. All right. So we are shopping out of the box next. Hopefully Linda jumped off so she does not see me doing this. So a couple little restocks here. What you looking for, Miss Melanie? What you looking for? Ooh. We did have that one over there. Yeah, I reordered one today, but I think we still had that one. All right, so snowflake season. We've restocked the Bella Besties for snowflake season. We've also got a restock here for the best day. There's your little cutouts. So there's that one again. This is called the best day. Oh no, Linda's still here. I'm sorry, Linda. Sorry. We won't touch it though. Okay, I'll just leave it right here on the table. It'll be really easy to check in. Chipboard album from Doodlebug. These are the great little flip stands from 49 and Market. Okay, so Terry says, my Kirsten bag held all my pink and Maine waffle flower and lawn fawn dies. So that is great to know. So Kirsten is a good one for dies. Perfect. See, that's what I love whenever you guys tell me what you used them for too. So we've got the gray flip stands here, 49 and Market. What is in here? Then we have got, I think these are the little, yep. So these are those great little Stardust Jelly Roll pins. So these are actual little ballpoint pins, so super fine. And they just give you a nice line of clear. So this is really fun just for little bitty highlights, little bitty accents. It's not going to be the same as your Nuvo pins, the ones that have the brush tip and you can kind of paint it on. These are going to be really nice and fine. I like using these, like if I have small little die cuts, like let me just find a die cut kind of a nicer size in here. Oh, so like your little dumpster fire. You know how you can take your white and do that little pinning? Well, you can do the same thing with these little Stardust. Sometimes I will do that on die cuts that I've got that are word die cuts. You know, I will kind of trace the word with this or outline it just to give it a little oomph. But our Stardust clear pins back in stock. This is a brand new one. So this is a new birthday line called Party Animal. And it's birthday and pet all in one. So if you wanted to do a birthday party for your actual pet, this is going to be perfect for that. But if you just got a little, you know, somebody you're doing birthday cards for or pages, they are going to be a little bit pet themed, but not all of them are. But look how cute these stickers are on the back. All right, so again, this one is Party Animal. Flipping through these. Oh, thank you so much, Barrett. I appreciate it. It's not a bill, is it? Look how cute. Will you be sharing that cake? Let's eat cake. Have a sweet birthday. Happy birthday, you party animal, when you're older and wiser. Stardust, you've got it, Miss Ann. So these are really sweet. And it's just a good, fun little birthday line. So again, this one is Party Animal. Here are the stickers that go with Party Animal. All right, moving on. We also have a 6x6 pad that came in for Party Animal. So if you liked the line, but you're more of a card maker, this may be a great route to go because all those prints will be scaled down just a little bit for you. Clear pins for Anne and Wendy. You've got it, friends. Going back to that Bella Boulevard that we got in. So we've got the Besties in, which is kind of your subtle prints for this line. And then we also got in a couple more collection kits for Snowflake Season. Such a fun one. I know I had somebody call in today asking if Doodlebug did a new winter line, and they did not do a winter line. Their next line they're going to be doing is that Lucky Me, so more of a spring St. Patrick's line. But it makes sense because if they own Bella and they did a winter for Bella, I don't think you'd want to compete with your own sales, if that makes sense. So since Bella did the winter line, we may not get a winter line with Doodlebug maybe until next year. So we've got Snowflake Season from Bella. Are there solids for the party animal line? Let me look. I will definitely look and see. There should be, but I've noticed with some of their smaller lines, they haven't done solids. Echo Park hasn't. And they may still be coming because I feel like I've got a little bit more that didn't ship yet for that one. Next up in my shopping out of the box pile here, we've got some 6x8 page refills for your 49 and Market albums. You throw your dog a party every year. That is awesome, Shannon. Snowflake Season Collection, you've got it, Debbie. Debbie, do you want the besties to match it? Let me know. Donna needs a party animal, please, and snowflakes. Donna, for you, do you want the Snowflakes Collection Kit or do you want the besties or both? Oh, polka dot doodlebug toad. Yeah, you sneaking ahead. Next up, so yesterday the day before I showed you, we got this set in. This is the kind of every variety of labels they're doing. But they're doing they're doing two different sets of these. They're doing one in white ink and one in black ink. So this is our one in black ink. So in here you can see you get one of the larger rectangles, so for your full-size pads, and one of the smaller ones, so your smaller size pads, your little mini, your 1x1s. But I also saw in Tim's video, he used these to label his pencils, which was really cool too, in their little containers. Then you're also going to get the little round ones in small and large. So that is the Distress labels in black. And then we also got the bundle deal in white. So we've got both of those in now. So we've got them in white and black. Glue pens. So these are from Nuvo. We do love that glue. And these are just little glue pens. So just like how we talked about the little clear gel pens that are going to give you a line of shimmer, these are going to give you a ballpoint pen line of glue. So super great for little bitty embellishments you need to glue down. These are also great though if you're wanting, so if we go back and we're kind of doing the same thing here. If we look at that dumpster fire one, okay, well maybe this time I want to do on the fire, instead of little pins of white, I want to do pins of yellow glitter and pin strokes of orange glitter. So you're going to use the pin for that, put down that little bitty thin line of liquid glue, and then you're going to sprinkle your glitter on top, knock it off, and then you've got this great little glitter effect as well. So the glue pins, again, they're going to be really nice in ballpoint pen size, so it's going to give you a real tiny line of glue. It is going to be enough to hold down glitter, things like that. This is not something you'd want to scribble all over the back of a piece of paper and glue that down. It's not going to be heavy enough for that, but it is going to give you a nice little line of glue. Glue pins, you've got it, friends. Joyce says, will that 49 and Market fit their 9x9 binders? So 49 and Market does not have a 9x9 binder. They have, there's, the binder itself may be 9x9, but the ones that have the rings in them, Joyce, this is what they need. And I think you're actually on the special order list for these. So these are yours, my friend. But like these here. So the binder itself may look a little bigger, but the pages inside are 6x8. Okay. Yep. I see what you're saying here, Joyce. Yes. So the outside cover 9x9, but the inside is 6x8. So this is what goes in their binders. Hopefully I did not confuse you and I explained that okay. But we did get in more in of their 6x8 page protectors. We've also got some mini scoring boards. So, here at the store, I've got a bigger scoring board. But at home, I either have my mini scoring board or my paper trimmer. I like having a little mini scoring board right there. That way, this is so much easier for me to score my cards. But if I'm working on something big and I want to do boxes and envelopes and all kinds of crazy stuff, then a nice big 12x12 one is so much easier because again, this one doesn't even go down full 12 by 12. But if you're just doing interactive cards, this is a great little scoreboard. And again, it's good like if you're just traveling. So if you're doing a crop and you're just going to work on cards, you're not doing a whole lot of crazy stuff. And again, you can't pack everything. It is nice to have just a little mini scoreboard that you can take with you. So we've got mini scoreboards here. 6x8 protectors, you've got it, Miss Joni. Now, Joni, those 6x8 protectors, they come in a pack of 10, I believe. So just want to make sure, nope, 12. So these come in a pack of 12. Just wanting to know if you want one pack, is that going to be enough? Or should we send you more than one pack? Here's another package of the black labels. And then like Paula already called out for the totes, we are restocking 2 of our Doodlebug Designs canvas totes. This is the polka dot one and the daisy one. I've got black, solid black on the shelf yet. And this one is open so you can kind of see. These are nice size. So this is bigger. Let me scoot back a little bit. This is bigger than 12 by 12. So it will actually fit the We Are albums in there and the Doodlebug albums in there. So these are more like a 13 inches wide. They're nice and deep. They've got great handles on the side as well. I see a lot of people using these to carry in their stuff at our retreats. So they are really, really great. So we've got the polka dot ones and the daisy ones. What do we got here? Ooh, we've got some acetate here. So 2 different flavors of acetate. These are both for the brand new Bella Boulevard lines. I know what I showed you in today's live is the how much are the labels. I think, like, we're shopping out of the box, Nicole. And you know that gets me in trouble because one, Linda fusses at me because I messed things up. We had an order the other day. So it was here and we put it away. It never got checked in. And then we figured it out when Linda wasn't here. And so then Terry and her big mouth told Linda all about it because then we had to find I kept finding some things in inventory that were coming up negative, and that happens sometimes, okay? But then we were doing some inventory checks, and come to find out we had one whole order never got checked in, okay? So then Terry had to check it in, and then we had to go back, and we had to back up inventory. It was crazy. It was a fiasco. It really was. Well, she didn't have to tell Linda, but she told Linda anyway, and Linda's like, oh, I heard that a whole order didn't get checked in. She's like, I wonder how that happened. Do you think it happened because someone was shopping out of the box? I said, I don't know, Linda. I don't know, but I just don't know. So, dang on Terry. She didn't have to tell on me, but she did. So going back to this, when we shop out of the box, I don't have it priced yet, but I do think this is right around 20 because most of these sheets are real close to $5 for $4.50, $5 each. So probably 20, 21, something like that. I hope that helps, Nicole. I know it didn't answer your question completely, but I hope that helped. All right, so what have we got going on here? Circle tote, you've got it. Daisy tote, you've got it. How much are the Doodlebug bags? They are $18.99. That one I have memorized, Karen, because we have had those in before, so I can remember that one. Paula is letting everyone know that her foiling machine fits in here as well, so that's a great tip with that. And then you could stack all your foils in there with it. You could put your machine in there, put all your foils in there, and boom, you are done. That would be great. All right, so the acetates that we got in, 2 different ones. This one is for the Let's Celebrate line. I'm going to bring it over here and put it on top of something kind of solid. So you can see you've got these great little bursts, and their foiling is gold. I know you're getting a little bit of glare from my lights up there. Oh, that's a good one. So this one here is from the Let's Celebrate, and it's called Sparkle. So the Sparkle acetate. And then the other one, look how pretty this one. This one is all kinds of colors. It's beautiful. This matches the Snowflake line, and this one is called Blizzard. So the Blizzard acetate. Oh, Paula said she was looking this weekend. Yes, these little guys are something that kind of sneaks out of here. And it's a good thing. We'll have someone come from out of town and, you know, they haven't seen them in real life, or they, you know, they don't have a store near them, and they wipe us out. And then I come back here and the next thing I know, my 6 turned into 0. So yep, restocked both of those, but they are really, really good. Let me see here. Let's see. What happens in the box stays in the box. I know they are. So, I get no respect around here. They just pick on me so much. Dotted, you've got it. Circle. One of the acetates. I know, busted. I was so busted. And of course, you know, Terry had to tell her. Couldn't believe it. 2 of each acetate. All right, we may run out of acetate. Terry wants to know what you do with acetate. Well, Terry, you can use it just like an accent on a scrapbook page. There's some beautiful pages that use it. You can use it on your cards as another layer. You can use it as kind of a shaker aspect on your cards as well too. The Doodlebug acetate is nice and heavyweight, so you can actually use that Doodlebug acetate to do, like with a scoreboard, score it, shape it, do little favor boxes, all kinds of fun stuff with acetate. I try to every now and then too on the Facebook page, when I find a good little layout that uses the acetate, that I post it on there for you guys. All right, so cold brew back in stock for all of you that asked for the I Want It All bundles and we didn't have cold brew on the table. No worries. For whatever reason, cold brew and early bird have been really, really good sellers for us, and dress blues. Those have been like the top 3 colors. Now, they were the set that we got in first, because we got like 6 colors in first, and then we just got in all the others. So that could be why, but they're really, really good. I mean, that's a good blue. There we go. Bab says she's using acetate for her HS journal. Little tattler, I know. She's only here like, you know, for a few hours once a week, and then a couple Saturdays a month. So I don't think I scare her very much. I don't scare anybody around here very much. But yeah, I just, you know, give her, you know, her and I work together. That's the thing. It's like, you know, every now and then she'll have a Saturday with Linda, but it's mainly me and Terry in here on Tuesdays. We work together on Tuesdays, and she totally just ratted me out to Linda. Next, we've got a cute little restock of the S'mores Shape Sprinkles from Doodlebug. Is the daisy tote smaller than, I think maybe it cuts you off. The daisy tote and the dotted tote, they're all the same size, Joni. So these are all the same size. So the size that I showed you, the black canvas, it may look a little deceiving because I'm holding it and it's not opened up, but all the canvases are the exact same size. So the dot, the daisy, and the solid black, all the same size. That's a good question. Next, we've got the little Insta Flips. Now, these are little pocket sleeves. They've got a line of adhesive, and they flip on your pages. They flip on your mini books. You can actually, if you're doing an album and maybe you want a little interactive element, these can glue to the page protector itself and then flip as well. They have them in all different sizes, and I'm right here by that section, so let me show you. So we were out of the 3x4s, and these always go so well when our retreats come up. So I had to get them back in stock for the retreat. We've got 4x6. We've got assorted. We've got 6x8, and this is a great size, 6x12. Think how fun that is as an interactive flip on your 12x12 pages. You know, I'm just thinking if you've got fun little menus or maps or something, you know, you could put it right on the page and have it flip to where you can see front and back. Really, really fun. But these all have a little line of adhesive on them, so they're going to flip. These are just like if you have used photo flip pockets from Simple Stories. Very, very similar. It's just their glue is on the opposite side. So I'm going to hold these up side by side, both 3x4. Simple Stories is at the top. 49 and Market is on the longer side. Let's see here. Scrolling back down. 2 S'mores, you've got it. Karen wants to know where I'm located. Karen, I am in Jasper, Indiana. So we are South Central Indiana, but we also ship online as well. How do I pay for the dot tote? Well, Miss Paula, if you So it might just be easier. You can go onto our website, which is www.thedoodlebuginc.com. Now, I am shopping out of the box though tonight. So normally on a regular night, it'd be easier for you to go on there. But I just remembered, if I'm shopping out of the box, they're not checked in. That's why Linda gets mad at me when I do things that aren't checked in yet. We'll have them in later, but you can also, Paula, just request it here. And then whenever we're done with the live or whenever you get a chance later tonight, though, please send me your contact information. So send me address, email, and phone number. And then just let me know, hey, I want it shipped free. So I'm going to be placing more of an order to get to $85, and then we'll ship it free to you. Or if you're like, I just want the tote and I'm done, then we can use the information you just sent. We'll put shipping on there, and then we will send you an invoice. And you get that invoice by email and cell phone. That's why I want both of those. And then we ship it to you, and you get your tracking by email. So hopefully I answered that for you. Instaflips, you've got it. We will get those for you. Next, we've got a restock of our paintbrushes here. I think I always tell you guys, we sell these, but not in this kind of quantity. We're lucky. It's not like, every sale helps, so I'm not wanting to downplay it at all. But we have got Jasper Engines is here. They buy these for either detailing, cleaning parts, painting parts. I have no idea. But a couple times a year, they will order 24 different brushes. So it's a nice little paintbrush sale. And they just ordered some. And I was out of, I think I was 6 or 7 short. So restocking those. Candy heart stencils. These are from Lawn Fawn. Look how stinking cute that are. These are. And what's really, really fun about these is you don't have to put the words in them if you don't want to. That is a layer all by itself. So you could color all the hearts and just leave it a cute heart background and be done. And then you could use it for other things throughout the year. Or you can add that very last layer on, and you could put on in all the cute little words in those. This is part of their brand new Valentine's Day release they just did. Candy heart candy heart stencils. All right. Oh, moving on. So now we have got a nice stack of the large labels. Nothing else in these. These are nothing but large labels. So these are going to be really good for labeling your distress inks, the regular ones, and your oxide ones. When Tim did his video, he talked about using black for your regular distress and then using white for your oxides. That way, visually, real quick, you could tell the difference between the two. Oxides have kind of a gray container and distress has a black container. So that's a great way then to quickly differentiate the two. Now, Tim is, he's a little particular about how he stores things. So he was actually talking about, he was putting labels on more than one side of his, because then it would make him crazy to put them away. And, if he's trying to put stuff away quickly and not see all the labels. And I do get that. So he was buying, they give them to him, but he was getting another pack of labels so he could do another side of his inks as well. That way, he didn't have to twist and turn them as much. So we've got black, large distress labels and white, large distress labels. And then it looks like we've got another one of the bundle assortments that have all the labels in white in here. We've got a black pack of cardstock from 49 and Market. Janine's cardstock is really nice, and it is heavy. So you get these 20 sheets of 110-pound cardstock, and I think it's like $15. It's less than $20. And as you know, cardstock is around $1 a sheet, especially when we start moving up into that 110-pound range. So if you use a lot of black or a lot of white and you like heavy weight, I really recommend getting her packs because you do get a good bang for your buck on those. And then our last two little items here is that an Air Simple Stories bag. Yes, it is. Yes, that was my personal one that you see back here from my Air Bundle kit. And I've been carrying things back and forth with me from work to home, things I think I'm going to work on. I might work on. I don't. Oh, but I will show you this. I've got these coming. So with my trade show that I did, I got Libby's cards done and I got this done. And that was pretty much it. And this isn't even 100% done. But this is a new little cute vintage camera from Craft Treat. They're the ones that do all the folios that we love. And in the back is where my little mini book goes. So it has a fun little mini book that folds out. Look how cute this is. Is that not adorable? So I did that on my snow days at home. I finished that class and it fits back in here. And I do have these on order. It took me a little longer to get it done because I didn't use the paper that they used. I wanted to use paper that we had in the store or that paper you may already have at home. And so I used, of course, my boy Dennis, his Nostalgic Memories line, because I thought it just looked beautiful with that vintage camera. And I do still need to put my lens on. I need to find a quote and put it on my lens. So there's a lens that comes on here yet. And then also I need to put a little decorative strip down that makes it look like it's a strip holding that little flap out for the camera. So yeah, they're stinking cute. It's really, really fun. So I'll be getting those in. Those come from our, here we go, you can see it there. This comes from our Canadian distributor, and they don't have them all in yet. So yeah, really, really fun. They used a line really similar to this one, which was beautiful, but I don't carry Craft Treats paper. So for me to do a sample with something, I'm going to put paper on it that I carry in the store. Not that there's anything wrong with their paper, just I've got my lines that I love, and I'm sticking to my lines. So yeah, it's a fun little guy for sure. Now, if you're ordering one of these guys, I will recommend, if you don't have little clamps, make sure you order some clamps. And we do have little clamp packs here too, because you're going to need clamps to hold a few of these different layers as you're working, and it'll make your life so much easier. So make sure you have little clamps in your stash. We've shown those on numerous lives, so you may already have them in your stash, but that's just my little pro tip before you even get started. Make sure you have some clamps. All right, and then last but not least, we got in some more little storage carts. We got this cute pink color storage cart, and we got in this great teal color storage cart. And if you're wanting prices on these, I will get you those tomorrow. I can't ship these for free, but we usually help you with the shipping on those anyway, or we charge like actual, I don't even use my mom's labor for it. It's just actually what it is. We just basically no labor involved on your shipping. We just ship it for the price. But this one is called Juniper. This one is called Pink. My company had them on a little bit of a deal, and this makes no sense to me. But sometimes whenever you see on some of the online sites and you can order some stuff like this, I price compare to just like you guys do. Some of those sites sell things for $4 more than what I can buy them for, which is absolutely crazy to me. How they can get them so cheap, and it makes me mad. So a lot of times I don't even carry certain things because I cannot compete with the price. Well, our distributor put these on a little deal for us for a couple days. So, whenever I sell them at I'm not for sure if they're 50 or 60 bucks, I can actually make more than $5 off of them this time, which does help. It's not a huge markup for us, but that's why a lot of times we don't have things like this in the store, because we don't get a decent price on them because we have to pay shipping to ship them here. So if I'm paying $30 for a cart that I can only sell for $50, and then I pay $8 or $9 shipping on it, it's just not worth our time and troubles to make just a couple bucks. So I'm excited about these. I need to get some clamps. You've got it. What's the cost of the camera kit? I don't know, because they're not in yet. But those kits aren't really, really expensive. Usually they're like 16 bucks or something like that, or less. So I'm not 100% because, again, I don't have them in yet. And what you'll get, I can get you the paper I used, Becky, if you just love the paper choices that I had, or you can just use paper out of your stash. Because I had somebody ask about it the other day, and she's just going to do the camera kit itself and then use her own her own paper. But I think these would be fun. Like Shannon, you're on here. How fun would this be like in Disney colors? I mean, seriously, wouldn't that just be so stinking cute in Disney colors? And then a little mini book of your Disney stuff in there. So I think they're going to be absolutely adorable. And then, like I said, we have got carts, juniper, and pink carts. And that, friends, whoop, that is our live for the day. So thank you so much for hopping on with me today. If you jumped on a little late, we started out with Barely Arts glue. So we got a great glue restock in, then 49 of Market inks. We've got all of Janine's brand new inks that she's doing with Ranger. And they're going to be, oh my gosh, they're going to be so good with Dennis's new lines that he has coming out, which we've got up on pre-order. But that new purple in there, let me grab them. So like this, if you haven't seen the new lines, this is like the color of Dennis's new line. It is so, so pretty. He's got two lines, one that's something in plume and something, and then the other one is timber and tweed. And timber and tweed for me, I think will probably be my best seller between the two because it's outdoorsy and we've got, you know, I'm in Southern Indiana. So, you know, it's outdoors, it's woodsy. People come here and go camping. We're right in the Hoosier National Forest, so beautiful scenery around here. So I think that one is going to do really good for us. But that plume line, oh, it is so, so pretty. So it's got a very like formal, elegant side to it. Some of the die cuts have like feathers and it could be used like for galas and stuff, but then they also did more die cuts that are more like florals and dragonflies, things like that. So it's gonna be really, really fun, really, really pretty. So whew, but that was today's live, my friends. So thank you so much for hanging out with me a little bit tonight. My name is Hannah and I'm with the Doodlebug in Jasper, Indiana. We are a real life brick and mortar store. So as you see me twisting and turning around, that's the store behind me. Usually I do these back in our class area. So you can see the store all behind me. So if you're ever in Southern Indiana and you're driving down Interstate 64, I'm about 20 minutes off of the interstate. So definitely pop in and check us out. Come and see us. But if you can't make it in, then you can always shop us online at www.thedoodlebuginc.com. Kim is asking, is Timber and Tweed going to be a 12 by 12 album? So Janine did 2 classes yesterday, back to back. I did not have time to do them. You know how it is for me. But one is a smaller 6x8 size, and that is for the plume line. And then the other one is a 12 by 12 size, and that is for timber and tweed. And yes, Kim, we will be offering both of those. I have everything here to make my kits, just have not made my kits. And Janine, like I said, she just did the classes yesterday. So I need to rewatch those and do my albums. But yes, Plume will have a 6x8 mini book. Timber and Tweed will have a 12 by 12 little mini book album. I guess it's not mini, but it's in one of her, let me grab over here. It's in one of those create an albums that she does, Kim. It's going to be in one of these. So it's going to be a full 12 by 12 size in the Timber and Tweed. So yes, there'll be a 12 by 12 for Timber and Tweed and 6 by 8 for Plume. See you Thursday for the retreat. I know, 1 week till the retreat. Gotta breathe. I always get really stressed out the last 2 weeks because there's so much stuff that you do ahead of time for the retreat. Kind of like a wedding. There's so much pre-planning, and then when it comes down to crunch time, everything has to get done all at the last second. So that's kind of where I'm at with the retreat, and it's freaking me out a little bit. I don't know why. It's not like it's my first rodeo. We do this all the time, but I still stress out a week or so before the retreat. So I know. And if you want to come to the retreat, I still got some space for you. And I bet my caterers would not mind me adding a couple extra people on to my food count as well. So, alrighty, friends, you guys have an amazing Thursday, and I will see all of you back here tomorrow for our What's New at the Doodlebug. Okay, take care. Bye.